what you, how you feel about your fans. Because there's quite a community out there for video game music and video game fans. But I actually am running short on time, so I wanted to see if there are any actual questions from those fans. Come on up.
How do you come up with ideas for melodies without overwriting them?
Overwriting?
Yeah, as in like putting too many notes at once, so it feels kind of mushy.
What if that's what we want?
If it's, assuming it's not what you want.
How do you self-edit? Is that?
Yeah.
Well, I'll take a stab at this. To me, the question, if I could rephrase it with your permission, it would essentially be, how do you try to make a melody memorable? Because to me, if it's mushy or if it's overly sort of complicated, it's probably not going to be memorable. So it's not exactly what you said, but they probably go hand in hand. And Chris Young, actually, I'm stealing this from him, the composer, Christopher Young, great guy with a lineage of 1 million iconic horror scores in particular. He always said that the real key is to just get away from any instrument. And if you can't sing it, and if you can't sing it the next day, then you got your work still ahead of you. And as simple and as obvious as that is, that has held me very well since he told me that 15 years ago or so. Because that is very true. Because you'll write something, you'll be at the piano, or you'll be in whatever your instrument is, and you'll think, this is genius, this is perfect. And then 12 hours later, you'll go have lunch, and you're reading your emails, and if you can't summon it, most of the time you realize, oh shit, I have no idea what I wrote. That's a good sign that your work's not done. And it helps that my memory is just horrible. So things really have to, it's hard for them to stick around in my head. But if I can sing it to myself, I'll go take a walk. My studio backs up against a little neighborhood of houses, and I go creepily walking through people's neighborhood and humming to myself like a deranged lunatic. And if I can do that, then I know it's there. And if I can't, then it's not done yet.
If you can add to that, I think for a few years we had this issue where everyone was kind of afraid of using melody. For a few years now, in feature films, games, and everything, and TV shows. And I think we're now in this age again where we are allowed to use melody and to use it quite a bit, and being forced to kind of encourage to use melody again. So I think now is the time to bring up your biggest and brightest melodies again, and it's something being appreciative for.
I absolutely agree. I think melodies are so important these days. You know, if you look at going back to the film score greats of John Williams and Morricone, and look at audiences, what is it that people remember? What do you attach yourself to emotionally? And tunes, melodies. So I think simple melodies are actually really versatile when you're working with them in a score, because you can adapt and do variations of the theme, and so simplicity and memorability is so important, I think, with using a melody effectively.
Great. Any other questions?
Have you ever had, this is open to anybody, but have you had pushback from developers or directors, and was there an instance where you felt like, and I feel like most of the time you probably want to take that advice, but was there a time that you felt like you really need to stand your ground and have your own opinion and see it through?
Have at it.
Yes.
I think that happens on a daily basis. But you usually develop a good working relationship with the studios that we're involved with. And I think the good studios hire a composer to be an idea person also. So you're coming to the table trying to present a musical idea of what they're trying to get across with their game or their movie or whatever it is. So I think most good studio directors will respect your take on something, but you could be way off base too, so you just need to keep your ego in check and be able to be like, oh yeah, I got that wrong, or fight a little extra for taking it in a direction that was not thought of before. Those are some of the most interesting, for me, conversations with game directors, is where you present them a demo usually I like to demo for something kind of blind in a way, with maybe some art and stuff, where they get your fresh take on it. I think most good game directors want to hear a fresh take on an IP that they're developing, even if it's wrong.
Right.
Even if it's wrong.
I'm never wrong though.
Now, John was kind enough to bring a clip of one more game that I want to share because it's our only looking forward 2020 clip that we should share. Can you tell us just a brief bit about Disintegration?
Yeah, so Disintegration is a game developed by V1 Interactive. They're a studio of about 30 people in Kirkland or Redmond area in Seattle, Washington. And it's a game headed up by Marcus Leto, who's the co-creator of the Halo universe. And it's coming in 2020. It's going to be rad.
Let's look at Disintegration.
Wow, look at you. Yeah, I guess you took the hard road. Me too. You'd think we'd learn. All in the name of progress, right? They say there's always something better. Burn the old, bring in the new. How'd that work out? Risked our whole future. And we trusted them. And now we fight them any way we can. For what? For what's left of humanity.
I can leave y'all be.
What? The graph cycle? I'm a pilot.
Uh-huh.
It's called the pre-flight inspection.
No judgments here, huh?
So I want to have you help me thank Walter Mair, John Everist, Nainita Desai, and Austin Wintory.